really get the shot off. But, you know, they'll be back tomorrow. I'm excited about having a lot of people bought tickets for Sunday's game, so I'm excited about having the house packed.
Talk for a second. This building's the center of women's basketball right now, and it will be the same thing 6 months from now when the Final Four is here. We have Divisions 1, 2, and 3 all playing. I mean, how cool is that? Where you're playing right now is the epicenter of women's basketball now, and it will be in 6 months from now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Indianapolis is a great city for women's basketball, for basketball period, you know, but when you look at just, like you said, what it stands for to have the WNBA finals playing right here in Indy at Bankers Life, and then 6 months down the road, you'll have D1, D2, and D3, you know, as we celebrate next year. So it's going to be fun. You know, I'll be in the house to cheer all 3 divisions on and, you know, just being able to take advantage of it.
What's the one thing you take from last night's game that you're going to have to bring into game 4 and kind of change or kind of just...
I think for us, you know, just continue to be smarter. You know, there's a lot of plays down the stretch. Renee Montgomery hitting the 3, you know, game to tie the game. Like, that was a big shot. And then we have to avoid that. We can't let that happen. We drive her off the line, make her shoot a 2, get a layup, whatever the case may be. But that was a big shot for us. And then, of course, Maya hitting it at the end. But I don't think there's one thing. I mean, I think that there's a combination of things throughout the game that we got to do better. Defensive stop, turnovers at the wrong times, and then just knocking down more shots.
A lot of your teammates seem to be pulling and saying, do this for catch, do this for catch. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel good. You know, obviously we've been fighting really, really hard all year long to put ourselves in this position, so now we're finally here, and you know, it's cool. I don't think they're only doing it for me, you know, for both Steph and I. Steph's done a great job this year just coaching us, and you know, the things that, the positivity that she's had amongst all the players, just how she is with us. I mean, it's just been like an undescribable year, and one that I'm sure all of us will remember for the rest of our lives.
Sounds like more than anything, it's about the little things, less so about adjustments to your deep in a series.
Yeah, definitely, Scott. I mean, we play them so many times now, so like I see them in my sleep, I see everything that's going on. But it's the little things, you know, turnovers, critical turnovers at the wrong time, bad shot selections at times, defensively, you know, knowing who we have to run out to get a hand up, who we let drive, a lot of different things. But I mean, I feel like every single game we've gotten better. You know, when you look at the tape and you look at the mistakes we made, offensive rebounds last game, not the past game, but the last game, second game, we got killed on the boards. Last game we did a much better job, you know, keeping Sylvia off the board, keeping Maya off Brunson. You know, we continue to do a better job and elevate our game in certain ways, but there's still a little thing that keep fighting us.
How do you balance watching the tape from last night and just moving on, knowing what you need to do in the game 4?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, when I look at the tape, I look at like a lot of my shots, my shot selection, just how the ball moves, and then defensively, like positioning, what do I need to be, what can I do to help, and then even for my teammates, you know, like, okay, I need you to step up, different situations, you know, Renee Montgomery hitting that 3, like, Mo, I need you to be up there, and really it's more individual accountability, but, you know, obviously on the offensive end, taking care of the ball, you know, that's something that, like, you look at the film and you're just like, man, keys and plays in this past game, this game 2, you look at down the stretch, I mean, it's just like those turnovers in critical moments. That's what I've been like, ugh.
Tamika, you always kind of expect a lot out of Tamika, and I don't know if you apply pressure on yourself, but you do expect a lot of yourself. Are you, do you feel like you've been tight at all in these finals? You've been very impactful, but haven't scored as much as the first 2 rounds. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's hard for Tamika to critique Tamika, but I guess, what would you like to do better?
Make my layups.
You scored on that possession, though.
Oh, yeah, I did. But, you know, I'm very hard on myself.
I know.
And maybe a little bit too hard, you know, and that's what Coach Gayle was talking about, is just taking the pressure off. And maybe I have put a lot of pressure on myself just from the standpoint of knowing what my team needs for me to do. And, you know, it's tough at times when you know what you're capable of doing and you just, like, you see, like, the carrot hanging and you just can't get it. It just keeps swinging. So, you know, really, I need to get back to just playing and not putting so much pressure on myself to go out there and, you know, whatever happens, happens.
On the other hand, it's probably harder to measure, but, you know, Steph mentioned, I really kind of agree, you give confidence to so many of the other players. I mean, I've never seen, you know, Marissa and Shanice and Bree ever play like this. I mean, it's just pretty, it must be gratifying for you as kind of a teammate and a sort of a mentor to them
It
both.
is. It's very gratifying, and you know, I talked about this after game one, but I put a lot of pressure, not pressure, but a lot of expectation on Bree as far as I need you to step up and lead. You're the point guard, the starting point guard for our team. Everybody rides off of you, offensively and defensively. When she turns it on defensively, I mean, she gets underneath people's skin, the way that she plays, but it starts from the top and then it flows to the rest of us, like everybody in the passing lane and everybody, you know, D'ing up and doing a great job. And I challenge her to step up her game. And you know, you look at her game one, game two,
She's been great every game.
She's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, she
and then even, I mean, Shanice and Mo too. I mean, they've had their highs and lows throughout the season, but to see them step up and play the way that they're playing now, like it's great to see.